Yes, Wang. Milton's lightning bolts can reach all the way to China. I am Milton, son of a carpenter. My daddy carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Marianne. I am the son of a carpenter, Mary. I get to tell parables, and this is my Tommy parable series about Tommy the no-armed Chinese fellow. How'd he get to be missing both arms? Yeah, brown nose. I'm burning my I'm burning the latest graphic art photos to it's gonna take 2 DVDs or just the plain 4x6 graphic art photos. I think I'm gonna put like the Saints and the LA skyline and the Mountains Contact on another. I'm not sure how much they take up, but I'll find out tomorrow. I just finished burning today's. It's around there. So there you are. And yes, Tommy got married. He doesn't know yet, but past couple of a cartoon videos about Tommy have had him getting married to Rio. Remember, Tommy's the no-armed Chinese fella. How'd he get to be missing both arms? He was brown-nosed, and he was told by his boss Wu to stick his right arm. That is pathetic as hell. That's the devil's people, the Mormons, when they knock on your damn door. You wallpaper the neighborhood. Shouldn't have to close my damn window to make a damn video. That's the pathetic pod people. His boss, Wu, told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper, and the left arm saw what was going on with righty. The right arm, Tommy stupid. The arm lefty refers to Tommy as stupid. I haven't heard a word out of that parking lot aside from the backup noise of the decibel law-breaking fleet all day long, about I guess 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the devil's people walking among us are going to do that. Devil's people walking among us in Utah. The Latter-day Center is hosting their Muslim fraud of a faith on those college campuses in Utah. Part of ESR high-tech lifelines. Ask them about that when they knock on your door. Wallpaper your neighborhood with the vibes. I'll show you when I get out to the kitchen to finish up my parable, do my sugar check. Look for the ones at vote-truth.blogspot.com. Big fives, 911 flight 93 check, fives, and the vote-truth.blogspot.com. Fives are the latest and they're the best. You got the in front of, and yes, the Mormons, the pod people, those parasites from Utah are able to reach me by phone. Look for the little red phone on Melton's call log playlist, youtube.com/DNFD series. And when it says missionaries, that's them. Tell your neighborhood as you wallpaper the neighborhood with those files about the Mormons. We're going to ask them what is their very active part in religious censorship in America that affects our lifelines, and we're going to try to call Melton. Stone Cold Melton, son of a carpenter, Mary. John Melton Bray is the full name. And we're going to get those pathetic parasites known as the Mormons to write us off their sales route. We're going to check and post and 5 in front of them. Well, how do you reach this man to taunt him by his Gates livelihood real faith? Unlike your pathetic cult. Scamming little old ladies out of their life savings across the country and beyond. How do you reach this man by phone? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Because of what you in Utah the Mormons are actively taking part in. Get their reactions and posts. Call them up. The devil insists that they spend 3 long hours worshiping him and his lies in their temples and their churches. Call them up. At those churches, they'll get their cell phones and all of that as well. They've interrupted your time enough. Interrupt their time with truth and find out what they're doing. In bed with the Muslims, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't think it was. I never liked that placing a cowardly Hussein in a White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins with 9/11. And yes, I have been told there are lots of cowardly Husseins on Utah's college campuses. And yes, as you remember, as they placed that cowardly Hussein in a White House, that Rich Romney guy, Rich off of a lot of little old ladies over the years, I'm sure, was part of the sham election. Guys, you can't reach me by phone, 424-229-4140. You don't know when else your family's lifeline won't be allowed to work. Because of what the pot people are taking part in, and yes, it's money out of your pocket. It's going to be boring, whatever boring thing you get when you try to call me. Phone ringing there, message busy signal. It's going to be boring. It's not going to be boring if you need a fireman, police, paramedic. So make a video of it right now. You got the timestamp on your phone. You got the number dialed. Whatever boring thing you get it on video. We the people must be the reporters. And yes, it's money out of your pocket. Your Gates livelihood. So if you're in the computer industry, Gates and Microsoft can get the dollar. Can get the business. Spectrum in the internet business. And whatever business you're in. Whoever's the big name. Let me go close that window too. Whatever business you're in, it's so whoever's a big name in your business can get the business. Wallpaper, your neighborhood with these pipes. Let me find the Mormon one. Yeah, there's the fraud of a faith. A politically correct style. We know what the fraud of a faith, cowardly Hussein style is. We've seen their violence. We've seen their threat to humanity, both politically correct and other cowardly Hussein. Fraud of a faith. But yeah, when you call me up and when you try to call me up, you can't reach me. You don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. And yes, it's also our democracy being hijacked. So if you were, as they were using that Rich Romney guy to put on a sham of election like a third world country, when they were doing that, if you were calling up to tell everyone, hey, they're trying to place a cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. If you were doing that and you're getting a boring thing, phone ring, error message, busy signal, that's our hijacked democracy. It's also our hijacked lifelines. Call me up in front of every network news anchor, every local news anchor, any and all in the public eye, and get their reaction. Tell them everything is fake news compared to your family's lifeline not working. Why the hell aren't you covering that? Whatever the network news anchors are at the time. Get their reaction posed. We didn't get the whole lot of them out. They're nothing but Hollywood. Oh, my latest NCIS Hollywood. Middle East, Osama, cowardly Hussein PR campaign. They're in a hospital, that one where they're having the baby, and one of the actors on the screen says, terrorists are driven by their beliefs. Yeah, I don't know who's in NCIS, but yeah, I've been doing a little watching of Hawaii Five-0 because I figured, that's where the cowardly Hussein politically correct style was from. After, growing up during those formative years to be close to his dad. Yeah, I haven't gotten one comment about that Osama rumor that Obama is Osama's son. Put the two side by side. Check out the eyes and don't be a hater. They're mixing stuff up all over the place. But yeah, he moved to Hawaii, then on to Harvard, and then to be placed in the highest office in the world, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of other cowardly Husseins. You have to excuse it, it's not focused. Let me get the light. Yeah, the big light. So make that video of your hijacked lifeline, post it, and come see me in person. We'll travel. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth, and I kind of touched on it this morning. I'm going to elaborate or redo it for my Tommy, because it is a Tommy, and I did it with the sugar check morning about Mitch, the impersonator of yours truly, who gets his just desserts. That lightning bolt hits that car in the middle of the desert, and his brand new ill-gotten gain car stops, and he's dying of thirst, and the devil is on its way. Lucifer is on its way to pick him up. We'll travel. Show me that nice tropical island, or not necessarily tropical island, someplace with real trees, not just palm trees. Show me that place, and this is where my fun stuff. I get to kind of look into the future. Where got two good-sized trees there. And I'm telling my Tommy, I couldn't come up with anything today, so I just decided to go with this morning's Tommy parable. Remember, it's not just about being politically correct when they're placing someone named Hussein in the highest office in the world, a cowardly Hussein, right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. It is, we don't know what they're doing. We don't know what they're planning next. So ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? By making a video of your hijack call to me. Not one 9/11 Flight 93 check. Oh, that's a genetic wound. Part of the genetics going on with the eyes, genetic carpentry. I'll show you the eyes later. Make that video and ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? Because it doesn't matter, guys, if it's a cowardly Hussein in a dirty bed seat with the straggly hair and beard, hijacking your family's lifeline. I do know that if your livelihood or your phone's being hijacked, when you need to fire and place paramedics for political, religious, business reasons, I do know it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade now and not getting one. That's a lot of mad censorship that has hijacked our democracy. We need to change that. We're Americans. We're going to roll up our sleeves and fix that. Make a video. You can be the reporter. It doesn't matter what show they're putting on the evening news. They're talking about the buffoon Trump. The Russian guy lately, he's comic relief after 9/11 and placing that cowardly Hussein in our White House. So make that video, be the reporter. And yes, it doesn't make a difference if it's a cowardly Hussein from the Mideast, and well, that's not far from where Obama grew up, is it? Or he's a politically correct cowardly Hussein. who went to Harvard and has had all the breaks all his life and was placed in our White House to stay in our democracy. It doesn't matter if they are hijacking your call to send a message for they're just as much zealots as those in the dirty bed sheets. Hijacking your call to send a message for political, business, religious, whatever reasons. It doesn't matter. And it's still going to be just as newsworthy, so make a video of politically correct hijacking your call to me right now. They're the ones keeping it from being news on the evening news, and it should be immediately. That's your family's lifeline. It's easily documented. No certified mail, no non-certified mail in the decade I've been asking. About those 93 checks, about the Obama rumor, about the Tommy parables. Use FedEx, use UPS, any private carrier. The address is all over here, apartment 409, 4260 Wright Boulevard, apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Current address. Certify that mail. Make that video. And do it in front of the evening news and say, this is Hollywood. This is not only Hollywood. It's the Mideast PR campaign on our TV, not covering the fact that our lifelines are being hijacked for political, religious, and business reasons. You get every newscaster, every network news anchor on video doing the evening news, because that's exactly true. You're not reaching me by phone. 424-229-4140 should be immediate news. Certify that mail, make that video, and call a cowardly Hussein what he is. What placed Barack Hussein Obama in office is our hijacked democracy, our hijacked phones, our hijacked lifelines, our hijacked mail, our hijacked political process. You can't reach me. You get that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. Can't reach. Next time you're calling up countless other folks to tell them who they should vote for, what they should vote for, and you get that boring thing. Yeah, that's our hijacked democracy. Make that video, post that video. Come see me in person, have wit, we'll travel, show me the perfect place to build. Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Best people to start building with. Now, enough of that. You can post and repost my best 93 check videos. You look for one that's a minute. Post and repost those fives, telling everyone what number to call as they make a video of America's hijacked democracy or hijacked lifelines. Post and repost the files, post and repost the videos. Make your own 93 check video. Try to call John Melton Brady. He's been asking for a decade for a 9-line flight 93 check of America's lifelines. He has yet to get one. We need to put a spotlight on that, our hijacked lifelines. And those cowardly Husseins who are an active part in it, and those cowardly Mormons, Latter-day Saints who are an active part in that. Now enough of that. On the island, in the hammock, telling my Tommy, hopefully one with a story otherwise, other than this thing about Wang at the end. And I'm telling the parable, and some attractive blonde and near blonde girls are holding up imagery that's much better than this stuff because they're in it. And printed out nice big 8x10s perhaps, or posters. They're holding that up, and I'm done with the parable. I'm working on, I got another saying I gotta put somewhere. And it's right on cue, because after I'm done, Kayla is standing there as one of the other girls takes the phone to go process, or the decent camera to go process, and she says, Melton, that was a beautiful saint image you designed today. Already got it printed out. And do you think I'll ever make it as a saint? And I look up above Kayla, and there are those angels smiling down on her. So I say, of course you will. And yes, I haven't got any comments about the Papal Chronicles, so I'm assuming it's perfectly all right to talk about them. The Pope's over, Italy somewhere, Vatican City. I don't know how he writes down the Papal Chronicle stuff, but he's writing it down, and he says, yes, Milton is on that island, able to design his imagery in peace. And that's what I hope to get to. And yes, meanwhile, getting up to 21 minutes, I gotta shoot my eyes, so I'm gonna hurry up. I got sidetracked by the Devil's People, Utah version in Spectrum's parking lot. That's Spectrum what their active part in America's High-Tech Lifeline is. Meanwhile, in China, Wang is watching yours truly, the Tommy Parable on big screen TV in his office, and he says, that son of a bastard, he cusses in Chinese a while, and his the secretary, she says, well, you know that Tommy stuff did get you your promotion. And yeah, Wang, he didn't get the promotion. Sticking the arm in the wood chipper. It's his boss who wanted to be the talk of China and the talk of the world by giving, well, you're not even saying, by making him an offer. He did it in a hospital, remove the arms. And Wayne got his promotion, but he's missing his arms. He's in that office, and it's raining outside, and he tells the secretary to go away, and he's about to turn on the Three Stooges, and he goes to the window, look out, and watch it rain. And yes, that clap of thunder, the immediate clap of thunder, following that lightning bolt just outside that office window. It makes him jump back a foot or two, and then he cusses some more and sits down in that chair. And the secretary has brought back a soda with a straw in it, and he says, "Get that son of a bastard off the screen." And she turns off the handsome bald guy's Tommy Parable for the day. Got it with the eye in the sky. Although they got those electronics, can do all kinds of stuff. And she puts on the Three Stooges for him. Oh, I didn't do my sugar shake. Do that real quick. There's something about the soulless, the Mormons, yeah. Got a nice breeze up here today for a change. It's been hot as anything with the LA heat wave. So I had the window open to enjoy the fresh air, the breeze. And there's that pod person, that Utonian Mormon, a devil. When you see them preying on your little old ladies in your neighborhood, yeah, you get the truth out about them, you wallpaper your neighborhood. It's the same thing. They're active parts in America's High-Tech Lifelines. Get them to write you and your families off their sales route by checking post and 5, trying to call me, getting their reaction. The 212. Now, that's it. Let me show you the eyes because it's up to 25 minutes. I promise tomorrow's going to be 15 minutes or less. And yes, I got to come up with something. I wipe the blood off. Now, here's what the eyes look like for most of my life, this time around. dark brown, and you can see a little color, lighter color like this underneath the words. And I went through again. I found the I went through the first time and saw the eye like this, except it's not as much progress as this as far as genetic carpentry goes, and blue growing in through and around. That's from about early 2014. That's from 5.5 years ago. March 2018, I think. Remember, tell that joke you got perfectly once, or that cartoon parable. Mix it in with a little truth. Like what I've been saying about the Mormons. The devil's people, Utah style. And yeah, get it perfect just once. Don't ramble on for a half an hour like I do. I'm going to work on brevity. Seriously, I'm going to work on brevity. And yeah, you got that joke for the rest of your life. You got it on video, you got it on YouTube, you got it on another website. You never have to tell it again unless, of course, you improve it. That also goes for what you believe, what's important to you. Get that down on video. Sunday's a nice day to do that. And, oh, that was yesterday. Today's Monday. But yeah, next Sunday, yeah. You don't have to go to church to have something to believe in, guys. I don't go to church, and I believe in a lot. Put it down on video. Make it nice and short. You got it on your phone. You got it on your YouTube. What you believe in. And yes, a video of truth about America's hijacked lifeline is something important to get on video as well. Yeah, you can see the white part around the brown there. And the brown circle around the outside's completely gone. At least it's not showing up in this light. And yeah, slowly but surely. It can be more brown. It can be more whitish. For the past year or so, it's the vitamins I've been taking have helped get that going. Accelerate the process with the eyes. Yeah, it's going on with the whole body, bones, muscles, organs, particularly painful with the muscles. If you know what's going on, come see me in person. Ignore any devil's people who might be Chinese or who might be, Mormon. We see a lot of the gosh darn and heck folks that take terrorists here causing trouble. And yes, next door at Spectrum with their decibel law breaking fleet. Yeah, you know what I say. Come see me. You don't have to call it, half an hour. You don't have to call it, Jesus' Immaculate House. You can call it an Opportunity House. Put the best mankind has to offer in those homes, whatever you call them. And yes, tear down the Great Wall of Evil. That's just me and all of this imagery. And let's get started on those 1,000 points of light. Yes, Jesus' Immaculate House. You don't have to call it that. I just have to put that in because there will be a test at the end.